Did you know that one small misstep after the age of 50 can turn into a life-altering fracture? Asterisk, it sounds dramatic, but for millions of people, this is the harsh reality of living with fragile bones. Osteoporosis creeps in quietly, without pain. At first, silently weakening your foundation till one fall changes everything. A broken wrist, a fractured hip, months in bed, and sometimes never walking the same again. Asterisk. Now, picture this. A warm, fragrant cup of tea, steaming gently in your hands. It smells like comfort, but it holds something even more powerful, a secret passed down through generations. A natural infusion that supports your bones, strengthens your structure, and protects your independence. Asterisk sounds too simple. That's the beauty of it. Sometimes, the most powerful solutions don't come in pill bottles or hospital rooms. They come from the earth, from roots, leaves, and spices that have been trusted for centuries. Asterisk, in today's video, I'll share with you a bone-nourishing infusion made with cinnamon and a little-known healing herb that holds the potential to naturally fortify your bones. This is not a trend. It's a time-tested tradition backed by emerging science. And it's something you can start doing today. Asterisk, so let me ask you, do you want to move freely in your 70s and 80s? Do you want to dance at your grandchildren's weddings, go on long walks, and live without the constant fear of falling? If the answer is yes, you're exactly where you need to be. Because this is more than just a video. It's the beginning of a transformation. A path toward reclaiming your strength and saying no to the silent thief of your mobility. Asterisk, and it all starts with one cup. Asterisk, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the real threat of osteoporosis will hold in your hands a delicious, natural way to fight back. Asterisk, you wake up one morning and feel a strange ache in your lower back. You shrugged it off, maybe you slept wrong. Then, one day, you bend down to pick something up, and hear a crack. Asterisk, what was once simple, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, even hugging your grandchildren, starts to feel risky. You move slower, you hesitate, and little by little, fear begins to take over. Asterisk, osteoporosis doesn't scream for attention. It whispers, softly, steadily. It steals your strength. It hollows out your bones from the inside, leaving them brittle and vulnerable. And most people don't even know they have it until they suffer a break. Asterisk, for women, especially after menopause, this threat becomes even more real. Hormonal changes weaken the very core of your bones. Your wrists, hips, and spine become fragile. One fall can mean months in recovery or worse, a permanent loss of mobility. Asterisk, but it's not just the body that suffers. It's your freedom. Asterisk, you cancel trips. You stop dancing. You sit out of life because you're afraid. And that fear, it grows heavier than any cast or crutch ever could. Asterisk, and the frustration. Oh, it's deep. You do your best. You try to eat, right? You take the calcium, maybe even some pills the doctor gave you. But you still feel uncertain. Like you're walking on glass, unsure of when it will shatter. That's the emotional weight of osteoporosis. It doesn't just break bones. It breaks confidence. It isolates. It makes strong women feel weak, and once active men feel like prisoners in their own bodies. Asterisk, but what if it didn't have to be that way? Asterisk, what if there was a gentle, natural way to rebuild that strength to feel stable, secure, and capable again? Asterisk, that's what this journey is about. Not just preventing fractures, but reclaiming the life you thought you might lose. Asterisk, because you deserve more than just surviving. You deserve to feel strong, steady, and free. Asterisk, imagine, just for a moment, waking up without that lingering fear in your chest. You stretch, step out of bed, and feel strong, steady, grounded. Your bones no longer feel like they could betray you at any moment. Instead, they feel solid like the roots of a tree that's weathered many storms. Asterisk sounds like a dream. For many people, it's becoming reality, not through surgery or synthetic pills, but through something much older and wiser. Nature. Asterisk, you see, long before pharmacies and painkillers, our ancestors turned to the land. They used plants, herbs, roots, and spices, not just for flavor, but for healing. And hidden among these ancient remedies is a combination so powerful, it's now gaining attention from modern science. Asterisk, cinnamon, warm and familiar, does more than just scent your kitchen. It helps balance blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and yes, support bone health. But when paired with a certain forgotten, earthy, mineral-rich plant used in traditional medicines, power multiplies. Asterisk. This is the kind of wisdom that's been quietly passed down in rural villages, where elders live well into their 90s with straight backs and sturdy steps. These communities didn't rely on bone scans or supplements. They relied on rituals, daily infusions, taken like sacred moments of nourishment. Asterisk, and that's what I want to bring to you today. Asterisk, because here's the truth. Your body is still capable of rebuilding. Even now, your bones are living tissue, constantly renewing themselves. What they need is the right fuel, the kind that comes from the earth. Not a lab. Asterisk, this simple infusion, made with cinnamon and a little known herb, that I'll reveal soon, has the power to awaken that process inside you, to gently encourage your bones to rebuild, to strengthen, to protect. Asterisk, this isn't magic. It's nature doing what it's always done, when we let it. Asterisk, so if you've ever felt powerless against aging, if you've ever looked in the mirror and wondered if your best days of strength are behind you, I want you to know, they don't have to be. Asterisk, hope is not a myth. It's a choice, and today, it begins with something as simple as a cup. Asterisk, here's the moment you've been waiting for. The stars of our bone-strengthening infusion step onto the stage. Cinnamon, and a remarkable herb called horsetail. Asterisk, let's start with cinnamon. You already know its warm, comforting aroma, its ability to evoke childhood memories and cozy kitchens. But did you know that cinnamon is rich in cinnamaldehyde, and antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and support healthy blood sugar levels? What you may not realize is that within these same compounds, there is also potential to influence bone metabolism by supporting the cells responsible for building bone and reducing those that break it down. Asterisk, now picture this isn't just another mild-tasting green tea. Horsetail, known in Latin as Equisetum arvens, has been used for centuries in traditional European and Chinese medicine. It contains naturally occurring silica, trace mineral essential for collagen production and bone formation. Think of silica as the glue that holds your bone matrix together. It strengthens collagen fibers, which support calcium deposition, help bones stay resilient and flexible. Asterisk, imagine communities in old villages, quietly brewing horsetail infusions, as part of daily life, passing down midwives, grandmothers, herbal healers. They didn't have MRI machines, but they understood that when their elders drank that earthy, slightly grassy tea every day, their bodies responded. Hair stayed strong, nails remained flexible, and bones remained firm. That's the kind of synergy we're tapping into. Cinnamon warms you, calms inflammation, and balances metabolism. Horsetail, meanwhile, delivers essential silica and supports collagen formation, telling your bones, we're going to rebuild, layer by layer, with strength and grace. Together, they are more than the sum of their parts. Asterisk, and here's another gift from nature. They complement each other's flavor beautifully. Cinnamon brings a warm, sweet note that makes the infusion comforting and pleasant. Horsetail offers a subtle, earthy edge that balances the sweetness and hints at its wild origin. Asterisk, by combining them in a single infusion, you're creating a ritual, a daily pause, where nature reminds your body of its design, to heal, to regenerate, to flourish. Asterisk, this is not a magic elixir, but it is a powerful invitation. An invitation for your body to remembering how to thrive. Asterisk, in the next chapter, I'll guide you step by step through preparing this infusion. You'll see how simple it is, almost effortless yet potent in its impact. Asterisk, so get ready to steep, sip, and strengthen. Because now we're moving from knowledge to action, from possibility to practice. Asterisk, now that you know the power behind cinnamon and horsetail, it's time to bring this ancient wisdom into your daily life. This isn't just about making tea, it's about creating a ritual, a small, sacred pause, where you invite nature to support your body's strength and healing. Asterisk, to prepare this bone-nourishing infusion, you'll need a cinnamon stick, 1 tablespoon of dried horsetail, and 2 cups of filtered water. If you like, you can add a slice of fresh ginger or a teaspoon of honey to enhance the flavor. Start by bringing the water to a gentle boil in a small pot. As the bubbles rise, so does your intention. This moment is yours. Asterisk, next, add the cinnamon and horsetail to the pot. As they simmer together for 10 to 12 minutes, let the warm, spicy sweet scent of cinnamon blend with the earthy aroma of horsetail. The fragrance fills your kitchen like a calm whisper from the forest, grounding, healing, familiar. When the infusion is ready, strain it into your favorite mug. Add honey if you like sweetness, or ginger if you crave a bit of a kick. Asterisk, now, sip slowly. Let the warmth fill your chest. With every mouthful, remember, you are doing something powerful. You are choosing to support your bones and your future with a gesture that is gentle but deeply meaningful. This isn't about fear, it's about strength. Real strength. Built from within. Asterisk taken daily. This infusion becomes more than a habit, it becomes your ally. Horsetail rich in silica, supports collagen formation, strengthens bone tissue, and also benefits your hair, skin, and nails. Cinnamon reduces inflammation and balances your inner environment. Together, they act like ancient builders, restoring, reinforcing. Asterisk, of course. If you are pregnant, nursing, or have a medical condition, always consult your doctor first. Nature is generous, but she is also potent. For most people, however, this infusion is a safe and nurturing choice away to replace fear with care and passivity with intention. Asterisk. So whether you sip it in the quiet of morning or as a nighttime ritual, know this: you're not just drinking tea. You're saying yes to your health. Yes to your strength. Yes to a future where your steps are firm and your spirit is unshaken. Asterisk. You didn't think something as simple as a cup of tea could change your life. But here you are. Day by day, sip by sip, you've started to feel something shift. You're walking with more confidence. Standing a little taller. That dull fear that used to whisper in your ear every time you stepped off a curb, it's starting to fade. Asterisk. Your body feels more stable, but even more powerful. Your spirit. Asterisk. This isn't just about bones anymore. It's about reclaiming your sense of freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you chase your grandchildren through the park. The freedom to climb stairs without hesitation. The freedom to dance barefoot in the kitchen because your legs feel strong and your soul feels alive. Asterisk. And it all started not with a prescription, not with a doctor's warning, but with a decision. A choice to return to the wisdom of nature. To listen to the quiet knowledge passed down through generations. You chose to trust that the earth still holds answers. That healing can be simple, and that you deserve to feel strong again. Asterisk. Can you feel it, that inner strength returning? It's not just your bones, it's your confidence, your vitality, your belief that aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean awakening. Asterisk. You are not fragile. You are rebuilding. Every day that you choose this path, you tell your body, we are not done. We are not giving up. We are getting stronger. Asterisk. And it's not just physical strength, it's the emotional resilience that comes from taking control of your health. From saying, I refuse to live in fear. I refuse to shrink. I choose to rise. Asterisk. And now, you become an example to your children, to your friends, to every woman or man who has ever felt weak or unsure. You show them that it's never too late to take the first step. Never too late to steep a cup of courage. Asterisk. This is what transformation looks like. Quiet, steady, rooted in love and intention. And it all began with a sip. Asterisk. There's something sacred about taking your health into your own hands. Not out of fear, but out of love. Love for your future, for your freedom, for the life you still have ahead of you. Asterisk. Maybe until today, you felt like aging meant losing things. Strength, energy, independence. But now, you know better. Aging can also mean deepening, reconnecting, choosing care over chaos, presence over pain. Asterisk. And that choice. It's powerful. Asterisk. When you brew that infusion, when you hold that warm cup and take that first sip, doing more than nourishing your bones. You're making a promise to yourself, a promise to live strong, to move with trust, to age with purpose, not passivity. Asterisk. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis. You don't need to wait for fear to knock on your door. You can act now, with intention, with wisdom, with nature by your side. Asterisk. This journey you've begun is not just about avoiding fractures. It's about building a life where you feel grounded, supported, and vibrant. It's about choosing strength just in your body, but in your choices, your mindset, your rituals. And if this message touched something inside you, don't let it stop here. Share it with someone you love, with someone who needs hope. Let's spread this quiet revolution of natural healing and self-respect. Asterisk. And if you feel ready to commit to your own health, to your own power, I invite you to write one simple sentence in the comments. Asterisk. I choose to protect my bones with the strength of nature. Asterisk. Say it out loud. Type it below. Let it be your first step. And then, like that first sip of tea, let it grow into something beautiful. Asterisk. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Someone out there is still afraid of falling. Let's help them rise. Asterisk. Because together, we're not just preventing fractures, we're rebuilding lives.